Do you know ball?
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 Do you know ball episode 32? Ladies and gents, welcome back to the DYKB podcast. I am one of your hosts, and the other host is also here. So we're going to just tell you about the next topics. How about we do that? We have a couple NFL topics, we have a couple baseball topics today. So stay tuned, get your popcorn, and just sit tight and relax. So the first topic that we're going to be going into today, we're going to be talking about Tua. Does Tua still have a future in the NFL? Now, for those that don't know, Thursday's game, you had the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. Tua and Damar Hamlin had a collision. Tua, unfortunately, has suffered another concussion. I believe this is his third in his NFL career. For those that don't know, Tua is known for these concussions over the past couple of years, trying to be as respectful as possible. Of course, it is no joke. It is very serious of the matter. So it is why I wanted to lead off with it and why I wanted to make it today's video title, just so we could draw more attention to it. But there there should be a time where you realize that your life and your health comes before the game. As much as you might love the game, as much money as you might make from the NFL, from football as a whole, you have to put your safety and your health in front of that. That's what matters, right? Tua, he's got a beautiful family. You got a long life ahead of you, right? You're still young, I think around 26. Go out and live that life, right? You want to be able to enjoy the nice things about life without having to deal with all of the serious injuries that football comes with. Now, I know it's a very popular opinion. A lot of people think that Tua could be done. Um, I just think he should. I think I mean, not necessarily be done, but at least consider it. At least consider it. Zach, you're shaking your head.
I'm only shaking my head because although he should retire and although he should probably leave the game, he's not going to. Because you know him, not like obviously not personally, but like you know him and how much he cares for the game. And he's just not gonna go anywhere. You know he's gonna come back and try to play football for the Dolphins again this year. So that's I just want to say, but there's other things I want to point out too. I don't know, not only Tua, not only just talking about Tua, but I don't know if you saw Mike Daniels, his interview afterwards. Um,
Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins head coach.
yeah.
Yeah, continue.
Did I
Sorry,
mess up his name?
just continue.
Did I mess up his name? Yes, no, correct me
You,
if I
you
did.
said you said Mike Daniels, just Mike McDaniel.
Oh, Mike McDaniel. Okay.
Yeah,
Mike McDaniel's interview after the game
McDaniel.
was what?
McDaniel.
That's what I said.
You said McDaniels. Sorry, continue. It's all right. It's all right.
That's literally what it's whatever. Mike McDaniel's
Hey,
his
no,
interview
McDaniel.
McDaniel,
There you go. Drop the S. There you
whatever.
go.
Mike McDaniel,
There you
his
go.
interview after the game was horrendous. I don't know if you saw it. It looked like he was on THC, like literally out of his mind, could not say any words at all. He was just saying and oh every 5 seconds. And all the reporter was asking, what did you say to Tua after he walked off the field? And then he ended it by saying, yeah, I just told him that he's the quarterback that we love and he's our quarterback of the future,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah.
mind-boggling. But besides that, Tua, you know, kind of look bad now after the dust has settled. But it doesn't matter because I still stick by it if he was healthy.
What?
So
What do you stick by for those that are unaware?
for those that are unaware, I had Tua in my top five QB list at
Yeah.
obviously at the fifth spot.
Yeah. You're
Um,
an idiot.
lot of positive comments though.
Yeah, because it's Dolphin fans.
You've been saying this all week. It's not
It
just because
is.
it's Dolphin fans.
No one in your okay, for a little lore, we went to work. Everyone at work called you an idiot. But the moment one person online agrees
I
with
don't
you,
care. I don't
oh,
care.
I'm so smart. I'm
You
so
know
smart.
you know
The,
what a
the
guy said
moment
online?
the moment a Dolphin slash Tua fan agrees with you, you think you're the smartest person. All with all due respect, we shouldn't be talking about this during this specific segment, but with all due respect to Tua, he is not a top five quarterback in this league. He's not. He's just not. But
I
before
think he just
before
got unlucky.
how?
He got unlucky. He got hurt
How did he get
second
unlucky?
game. What do you mean? How? He got his
Oh,
third.
okay, but
How?
he was
How
okay.
likely? First of
He
all,
was
first of
okay
all,
to throw three interceptions.
first of all,
He was okay to throw
how
three interceptions.
how
He was
unlucky do
okay to
you
throw
have
three
to be?
interceptions.
Okay, three interceptions. A lot of QBs do that in the span of one game. Like
Who? Who?
a lot of QBs.
Tell me.
I'm just saying in general,
No,
like
no, no. Tell me. No,
in
no,
a
no. Tell me.
role. I'm
Tell
not going
me.
to give you an example because I don't know an example, but
You, you,
I'm
so
saying,
you don't know.
I'm, s- I'm
You don't.
saying, I'm saying in general, it could happen. A bad game can happen to anybody. That's what I'm
I
saying.
I don't know if any QB, a starting QB, will allow three interceptions in one game.
I know it's been done, and you're going to make me look it up.
It's 100% been done. Absolutely.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. I'm making a general statement here. I'm not trying
Tua
to
is not
pinpoint.
top five. He's just not. And I'm not trying
Bro,
to.
but like, how unlucky do you have to be to
Yeah,
obtain
that's
three concussions?
that's unlucky as hell. That is. But you derailed the segment a little bit.
Not really.
You did.
I felt like we were gonna mention it anyways because you wanted to point can't even speak now. You wanted to point fun
No, see,
at
you always think I have it out for you. I don't. I want nothing but the
no, you
best for
do.
you.
You definitely
I
do.
want nothing but the best for you always, forever and always. You're trying to pay me to be the bad guy. You're trying to pay me like Thanos, and I'm not Thanos. I'm Captain America, all right? I'm Captain America, you're Iron Man, who, ends up dying, but
Dude, I stick by my statement. I just think he's really unlucky.
okay.
Three concussions is really hard to
No,
do. Two
okay, but
concussions is
okay,
hard to do.
being unlucky is different from being a top five quarterback.
Well, we don't know what kind of year he was gonna have. It was the second game. He had one bad game.
So you wait, you were basing him as a top five quarterback based on what you thought the future was going to be.
I thought if he was healthy all year, he was gonna be a top five quarterback.
What? So is he or would he have been a top
It
five
he
quarterback?
is. He is.
But the way you're talking, no. Okay, we're moving on because this is gonna last another 19 minutes. Do you not understand what you're saying? What you're doing?
No, I don't. Sometimes I
Because
don't hear myself when I talk.
because he's like, I thought he was gonna be a top five quarterback, and that's why I'm like, so he is or he was, and then you're like, he is a top five quarterback.
Okay, I guess that makes more sense. Sometimes I don't see what I'm or hear what I'm saying, but I still stick by whatever. Just move on. Just move on from it. I don't just move on from it. Let's go. Just go to Dak.
Well, okay. So we could move on. We'll talk about Dak Prescott, but before we do that, there's still a little bit of talk about Tua. Hopefully, he makes the right decision for him and his family. Most importantly, his health. His life is what matters. I pray and I hope that he has a speedy recovery and hopefully he makes the right decision. If he is perfectly sound to return on an NFL field, then as long as he can do it in a safe manner, that's all I care about. There have been discussions. A lot of people, the Dolphins have said that they are going to be bringing in a veteran quarterback. Who that quarterback is going to be, I don't know. Mike McDaniel actually prefers people to not speculate on that because Tua just got hurt. He thinks it's a little disrespectful to speculate on possible names. So, in honor of that, we are not going to be going over specific names as to who would replace Tua if he can retire. But for the foreseeable future for this upcoming season, all we know is that it's going to be a veteran quarterback. That's all we know. So now I can go into Dak. Hopefully, Dolphins fans out there, because apparently there's a lot of you. Apparently, Zach has lured you all in. So if you guys are watching this, we're praying for Tua, man. It sucks. Three concussions in a short span, but he should make the right decision for his career. Ready? Dak?
I'm ready.
Dak is back. Dak is back. Dak Prescott is back with the Dallas Cowboys. You rolled your eyes. I want you to tell me why you rolled your eyes. I'm just curious.
I didn't roll my eyes. I just fell
You did.
asleep.
No, you rolled your eyes.
No, I just fell asleep for a little
Why'd
bit
you why'd you fall asleep?
because Dak is mediocre. But I'm just I'm
Well,
gonna stay
and
here and
why is it
sit back.
mediocre? Why is it mediocre?
He's mediocre
Why?
because when you make the playoffs again,
Mhm.
congrats.
Thank you.
I want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
But when you lose again in the playoffs, we're gonna be exactly where we were the last season,
Is
and then
Josh
the
Allen
last season,
mediocre?
and then the
Is
last season.
is is Josh Allen mediocre?
When did Dak make an appearance
Is Josh
in the Super
Allen
Bowl?
mediocre? Can you ask? Did Josh Allen make the Super Bowl?
I
Did,
believe so.
no,
Did he not?
no.
No, it was Joe Burrow. Fuck.
Look at you, Mr. Johnny Football over here. This is why, if you guys agree with any football take that he puts out there, I'm asking you to stop watching our podcast, please. Because he doesn't know what he's talking about. The whole pod name is Do You Know Ball? And he clearly doesn't. He doesn't know any ball. Okay. All right. You have a positive pap segment. We can see that's all you. All right. The next segment's actually you. But right now, let me talk about my quarterback. You know,
Go
a good
ahead.
one, a good quarterback. Okay.
Go
Can I
ahead.
do that? All right. Dak Prescott. Okay. Can I do it? Yeah. Dak Prescott is back with the Dallas Cowboys. He inked a 4-year deal worth $240 million, which makes him the highest paid player in NFL history. If you think that's a lot of money, if you're flabbergasted, yeah, you can be flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted when I saw that. Personally, I don't really, as a Cowboys fan, I don't really care too much about the money. It's not my money. Like, I don't care. I'm just happy Dak is back. They locked up CD. They locked up Dak now. Micah Parsons is next. All they need to do, Jerry Jones, is go all in and trade for players. I saw a tweet that said Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office have drafted like 15 Pro Bowlers within like a specific time slot, which has been the greatest amongst every team in the league. But the Cowboys are good at developing people, they're good at drafting people. Now you just got to put the finishing pieces. Dak Prescott can only get you so far. He's a very good quarterback in the regular season. He is still kind of yet to show us his full potential in the postseason, as Zach was alluding to earlier. I hope that, Dak is paid now. And like now that Dak is paid, I hope that he can put all the contract worries aside and just ball out for the Cowboys. This could be the start of a new leaf, maybe turn over the leaf and potentially start a Cowboys, push for the Super Bowl. Maybe it's going to be hard. There's going to be teams like the Lions and the Niners and maybe the Eagles standing in their way, but the Cowboys have a very good team. They're ranked eighth in the entire league in terms of the most recent power rankings. Is this a lot of money for Dak Prescott? Yeah, absolutely. He's making an average of 60 million a year, the highest paid player in NFL history. That's absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. And Micah Parsons is rumored to probably be the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history in just a short period of time when they do decide to extend him, which won't be until after the season's done. They did announce that as well. So it's going to be a little bit of some trouble in Dallas where they're going to have to figure out this salary cap situation regarding their big three, especially with Dak's brand new contract and CD's big extension as well. Dak is his contract includes an $80 million signing bonus and guarantees of $231 million. Like we said, a lot of money, highest in NFL history. I'm just glad he's back, and I think this was the perfect move for Dallas because Trey Lance cannot be your starting quarterback. Cooper Rush can't be your starting quarterback. Dak Prescott, he's going to be the best you're going to get, right? This upcoming draft class in terms of quarterbacks, not very great. It's a very historically weak draft class, so make what you can get with it. Dak Prescott is a Dallas Cowboy, hopefully for life, and we're just going to see how he does in the playoffs from here, but I'm hyped. I'm hyped to have him back.
Yeah, that's good. Good for you. Good for you. I hope you're happy with him.
Are you not?
Um, I'm not. I'm just saying. I hope you're happy with them.
So who should be the Dallas quarterback, if not Dak?
Why do you keep doing this to me, man?
No, I'm just because I'm
I'm
just
trying to
wondering.
go into the next topic.
I'm just wondering.
I just said a statement. I just said I hope you like him.
Yeah, I do like
You.
him. You know I
Happy
like
for you.
him. So that was clearly a dig at something.
It was
So
not a dig. There's no dig. There's no some. You think that there's a dig to everything I say?
there always is a dig.
There's not. There's no dig.
You start off this segment by rolling your eyes, so
Nah, because I know you're gonna do it later on.
I'm not gonna do it later
You're
on.
gonna do it later on.
What segment would I roll my eyes for?
Literally upcoming in two. Next two. Well,
Oh, I would
yeah,
never do that. No, I might fall asleep during that segment. You should just
yeah,
continue.
yeah. Okay. Christian McCaffrey. Anybody who had Christian McCaffrey, not only in their fantasy lineup, but 49ers fans are in trouble because he is out for 4 weeks with calf soreness and Achilles tendonitis. Now, this is not the biggest deal for the 49ers, even though Christian McCaffrey is probably the best running back in the league and he means so much to that 49ers team. Um, why are you rolling your Come on, man.
I didn't roll my eyes.
I'm trying to talk about this.
I didn't roll my eyes.
Is he not the best running back in the league to you
Yeah, he is.
when healthy? Okay. Okay.
You said probably. That's where I rolled my eyes, or I questioned myself. Yeah, obviously,
Okay.
yeah.
Best running back in the league.
Yeah.
Continuing on, he is eligible to return on October 10th against the Seahawks, but it's not guaranteed. That's from the coach and from the 49ers front office. They released a statement. That's the statement they released. Um, so it's a big blow for the 49ers, but it might not matter in the long run because they got an ace up their sleeve, and that ace is Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason had a career high in almost every stat, maybe every stat, against the Jets, and looked like an absolute powerhouse. Looked like an absolute powerhouse. And for 49ers fans, I can't say I would be worried or I'd be scared for the future because Christian McCaffrey, although you want to have him on the field at all times, he's more than just a player. He you saw him against the Jets. He was coaching and he was helping out the young running back as much as possible, which maybe could have led to him having those career high numbers in that game. So there's silver lining to this, and as long as Jordan Mason could continue playing like he did against the Jets, then you have no problem with losing McCaffrey for 4 short weeks because 4 weeks is going to come and go. And by that time, the 49ers are obviously still going to have a winning record. They're still going to be obviously in the playoffs. Those are two obviously obvious things. But look, as long as you got Christian, oh my God, Christian McCaffrey on the sidelines coaching, and Jordan Mason is having the year that the game. Holy fucking hell!
You are right there.
Jesus Christ! All right, back to square one.
Jordan Mason's
As
good, is what
long
I'm
as
hearing.
as long as Jordan Mason has the game that he had against the Jets the whole year and does good the whole year, you're gonna have no problems with losing out on Christian McCaffrey for 4 weeks. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have
now,
McCaffrey in fantasy too, so it kind of sucks.
yeah, well, that's GG's to you for now, not for long.
All right.
GG's for you, but in
Are we gonna go? Let's go next topic. Positive Pat.
positive Pat, I'm excited for this one. This one's gonna put you to sleep,
I'm
but
not. Yeah.
but I'm super excited. And this one's dedicated to all the Mets fans out there. This one I'm actually not gonna be a absolute dud on
All
because
four of you guys, get ready to party.
I kill him in the comments. Please, please, please do that for me. Kill the Yankee fan in the comments. Anyways, the New York Mets. I just want to put an announcement out there. And I just want to tell you that I believe, yes, this guy right here, I believe in the New York Mets. I want you to all stay positive through this last 15 games of the season because they're going to be grueling. They're going to have to work for it. And it's going to come down to literally every person in the lineup coming together as one and pushing forward. They have defied odds on every single account. Every single account. They were down and out months ago. Down and out. Everybody. Everybody threw them away, pushed them aside. No way this team makes the playoffs. Absolutely no shot. They're not going to be in the conversation when it comes to September and October. They're not going to be involved with anything. They turned it around. All-Star break. They became buyers. They turned it around to have the best record since I believe May. Best record in baseball since May or June, I believe. But to that account, they have proven everybody wrong. They should not be where they are, but they are because this is a gritty team. This is a team that has been clawing back since the very beginning. Whatever Atlanta does, I feel like we can match it. As long as things align, Lindor's having a great year. Pete Alonso's on a down year, and he has like 30 plus homers on a down year. It's going to take everybody, but it's not just those two. You know, Luisana Acuna, he just made his debut, got 2 hits in his debut today. Um, so that's another bright sign. But I just want every Mets fan to stay positive because although it may be just like a dance between us and the Braves, it's not just that. Okay. Arizona's not playing good baseball right now. The Padres have been losing. Every team in the wild card, those 4 teams that are fighting for the last spot in the playoffs have been going through it, and they're all pretty much neck and neck. As it sits, Padres are like a game and a half up. The Diamondbacks are a game up, and I believe the Mets and the Braves are yet again tied for the third spot in the wild card. And it's all gonna come down to that Braves series. So every Mets fan is gonna buckle up, including me. I'm gonna be watching. I've been watching the whole year. I've never once stopped watching. But every Mets fan is gonna buckle up, and we're gonna watch that series, and it's gonna come down to the wire. But you know what? In the end of it all, playoffs or not, playoffs or not, I'm going to be happy with what we did this year because this year alone proved that we have a lot of talent on this roster. And going forward, we're going to be A-OK. And now I will turn it over to you for the next topic. Go ahead, Deej.
You're done?
Yep.
Sorry about that, guys. Let's go for a real topic now. Tyler Glasnow, more like Tyler Glass Ow. That was a good one, right?
That was the worst joke I've ever heard in my entire life.
That was a good one.
That was not a good one.
That was a really good one.
That was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
You're the Mets fan talking about terrible, funny.
I want to say so many things, but you know what? It's not the
Go
time
for
nor
it.
place.
It's your
No.
pod. Go for it. You say what
It's
you want.
It's my pod. It's our pod.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go. Let's talk about Tyler Glass Owl.
Glass out. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Tyler Glasnow's out for the year. He's unlikely to pitch again. That sucks. Sorry, Dodgers fans. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. That sucks. He's got a sprained elbow. 9-6 on the year with a 3.49 ERA, a 0.95 WHIP. Very, very good this year. He was very good this year for the Dodgers. Very good. They honestly gave up a little bit to get him. I know a lot of Dodgers fans were not very happy with that, but I don't think they can complain about what they got from Glasnow this season. But you knew when you were signing that contract with Glasnow and you were agreeing to that trade with Glasnow is that he is his name. glass out. Like he's made of glass. He's glass. Like now, glass now. Like now he's glass. Like he's glass. That's what he is. He gets hurt all the time. We saw this in Tampa, and it sucks. It's unfortunate for a team as good as the Dodgers that is looking to make a deep postseason push, a World Series push, that one of their best pitchers is now hurt. And I know the Dodgers are very hurt. I mean, now there's rumors that Ohtani, they might have him be ready to go to pitch in the postseason if that's possible. Who knows? Who knows? For those that saw MLB's new post today on Instagram, they just like to glaze him every chance they get. Ohtani, you can see like his big scar, like where he got like Tommy John and everything. You could see it. It's a pretty gnarly scar. So he gets one more. Who knows? And that coincides with Jacob DeGrom, which we're gonna get into. Zach's favorite player. I'm gonna let Zach do that segment. But it's a big blow for the Dodgers. Although, if there's one team that can replenish their depth for the postseason with their farm system, or you pick up some old retired player to turn them back into an ace or an all-star, it'll be the Dodgers. I think they'll be in good hands, but it is a big blow nonetheless. Zach, your turn.
No, I just want to add on to the Dodgers
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it, big
portion of
dog.
this.
Go for it, big dog.
Um, this has to be one of the most unlucky years for them, and it's not even lineup wise, really. Like they got their guys back. They had Muncy on the IL, they had Mookie on the IL.
Yeah,
They both came back. Freeman's had some stints,
he did.
some leaves of absences.
This is true.
He came back. It's all worked out.
It has.
The point is, they stated that they were not going to use Ohtani as a pitcher this year at all,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But now it's become now it's become evident that they're going to maybe have to use him in the playoffs because they have no one else left.
That is
No
true. That
one
is
else
true.
left.
Yeah.
So I it's just I don't think that they should rush him into it, especially in a playoff because in a playoff scenario, because if they rush him into it and something happens and you somehow lose Ohtani for the playoffs, they're just going to be in a world of hurt for who I mean, regardless, their lineup is fantastic, right? But
Very good.
Ohtani's a very, very big part of their lineup.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. Yeah.
not only he's chasing 50-50. No MLB player has done that ever.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So if you somehow lose that in the playoffs
That
and
would be
you
a big
don't
blow. Yeah.
have pitching, you don't have Yamamoto, you don't have Glass now, which two of the big people that you signed and traded for to pitch the whole year
Your biggest
and
offseason moves. Yeah, absolutely. Well,
literally
yeah.
biggest offseason moves
And
besides
Ohtani.
Ohtani.
And Ohtani.
But
Yeah.
like besides Ohtani, the biggest things that they did in the offseason was add those two great pitchers to their lineup, to their starting pitcher lineup.
Yeah.
Walker Bueller's not the same. Okay. Clayton Kershaw is again hurt, which he look, this might that the last game he pitched was might have been probably the last game we
And
see of Kershaw
that's
because
crazy to think about. Yeah.
he's too injury prone at this stage in his career. And at this point, it's just like you're gonna keep going out there, you're gonna keep getting hurt. And he wasn't even really too great when he was out there. He's getting old, man. Um, but yeah, it's tough to hear because of how many pitching injuries the Dodgers have had this year. Um, but hopefully they could pull some rabbit out of their hat. Something's got to come of this team that they have this year. Something they have to make a deep push. Otherwise, it is we're gonna look back on what we said in the beginning and how the deferrals and how they're so stacked and everybody goes to the Dodgers and they're the prime candidate to win the World Series. We're gonna look back on everything we said, everything everybody else said, and we're gonna be like, damn, it doesn't matter what the Dodgers do. It doesn't matter who they sign. They can't make it far in the playoffs with seemingly one of the best teams in baseball. But with that being said, I want to move on to the next topic. The next topic honestly makes me kind of cry every time I see him on the mound because he's homegrown talent. He is or he was the face of the Mets. I remember the night that
You
he
gotta let
got
him go.
traded or not got traded. He got signed. I remember the night he got signed with the Rangers. I fucking fell onto the floor. I
That was
fell onto the floor
that was a good night.
and I could not believe what I saw. I could not believe the tweet that was in front of me.
That was a really
That
good night.
Jacob DeGrom was a Texas Ranger.
You know
But
the best
here
part
he
about
is.
that is best part about that is we were all like, oh, he just did it for the money.
Nope,
Got a ring.
nope. He knew something that we didn't know. But my God, if the Rangers were only had him the whole year, if they only had him and Scherzer the whole year, maybe they look at a different season. But it's okay. The main goal now with like 15 games left, 14 games left, is to just have him healthy for the next year. Um, and what shocks me is that this guy could still go out there, take the ball after two Tommy John surgeries, so many countless injuries, no games played, and can go and shove and hit. I don't even know how he throws 99 anymore, let alone 100. Like, how does one throw 100 miles per hour with two Tommy John surgeries? Still,
That's
that just shows you how dominant and elite of a pitcher he is.
yeah, that shows you how good he is at his craft.
But he went out there, he took the ball, he pitched 3 innings and 2/3. Um, gave up 4 hits on 4 Ks, no runs, and was out of there because let me tell you, if Rangers fans, and I'm speaking directly towards you, you cannot use him that much now. Get him a few innings of work and then go to the bullpen or something because obviously you guys are not making the playoffs this year. It's very evident that you're going to miss it. So you need him to be healthy. You need Scherzer to be healthy going into next season because let me tell you something. If you have both of them and the lineup that you have, we could be looking at potentially another World Series ring next year. Now, how much that pains me to say, but dude, it's DeGrom and it's Scherzer and it's those guys added to a team that's not afraid to spend money in the offseason. Maybe it's a different team than they have right now. Maybe it's even better. Who really knows? Who really
Mhm.
knows? But DeGrom, he's back. He's pitching again. It's always a nice thing to see. I know, even though he's not on our team anymore, he's not on the Mets anymore. I get excited every time he takes the mound because
Gotta
it's
let him
it's
go.
like it's like a show. It's a movie every time he takes the mound because that's how good he is at what he does. You got anything to add to that?
No,
All
it's
right, go
funny he's
ahead.
not a Met.
It's very sad. I
It's
thought he was
funny.
going to be a Met for life.
You just gotta
Just
learn
like
to let go.
I think Pete Alonso is going to be a Met for life, but I can't hold my breath with that
He,
because
he's a Dodger.
I never know. You never know.
Actually, he might be a Yankee.
I
I
would
think
vomit everywhere.
that's our
I
next segment. Pete Alonso will be a New York Yankee.
you want to do this.
Why not?
You want to do this right now.
I'll say it for next week.
Okay.
I think
You want
I think I could, I spent a lot of time on that Austin Wells versus Adley Rushman argument, not just on the pod itself, but trying to conjure up things to get people to agree with me. And now thankfully I'm right because I'm never wrong. So I think if you give me why'd you roll your eyes?
how can you say you're never wrong?
Because tell me when I was wrong. Tell me when I've been wrong. Exactly. You can't. I am the ball knower. I am the ball. Do you know ball? Yes, because I am the ball. Okay.
Not on everything.
Not
Not on
what
everything.
what do
I
you
can't
know?
okay. All right. All right. We're not doing this.
What do
We're not
you
doing this.
know?
We're not doing this. I
You
know
you
ball.
didn't know Josh Allen's never been to a Super Bowl until 30 minutes
I
ago.
mixed up the names. It's my fault. It
Yeah.
happens to the best of the ball knowers.
Yeah. No, because I confuse Josh Allen and Joe Burrow all the time. Yeah.
No.
Let's talk about it. You remind me of the Chicago White Sox, so we're gonna talk about them.
All right, go
All
ahead.
right,
Lead us in.
ready? All right, let's go. Last topic of the day. Everyone lock in, grab your popcorn. We're talking about the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox have a chance to avoid history, the history that, has been lurking on them. To avoid history, the White Sox would have to go 9-5 the rest of the season to not be the worst team in MLB history. What's their record right now? Let's give a little gander into the internet. Right now, as we record this pod, they just won today. They beat the Oakland Athletics. Good for them. I believe they are 34 and 115. That's funny. That's a crazy number. 34 and 115. Their next series, they have the Angels for 3 games, then the Padres for 3, Angels again for 3, and then the Tigers for 3. It's not the worst thing in the world, right? Maybe you can crank some wins out against the Angels, but will they get the 9 wins? Will they get the 9 wins they need to not make history? Let's talk about it, Zach. You ready?
I don't know. Look, you're gonna have Garrett Crochet on the mound for a decent amount of those games, right? He's probably gonna be your key into winning. Every time that he's on the mound, you have to win that game because the rest of that pitching staff is utter garbage. The whole team is garbage, but you have to win when he's on the mound. So you figure maybe he's got what? How many starts left? Two, three, maybe around there. So 9-5. I mean, you're playing the Angels for 6 games. Um, the Padres are just gonna get swept. You're gonna get swept. You're gonna get swept, blown out of the water. I'd be shocked if you take a game against the Padres, then you not getting the title of the worst team in the MLB is literally destiny. Because if the Padres lose so much so as one game, that's a win for you guys. Um, I don't know. I don't know how. If I was a White Sox fan, I don't know what I would do with myself, honestly, because you're literally rooting for the team to not be the worst ever in this sport
Mhm.
in baseball.
Yeah, probably just don't watch. Not like y'all watch anyway. Like, let's be
I would
real.
just quit. I would
Yeah.
just quit watching MLB.
Hmm.
There's just no point. There's no point. You got people you got a front office and management and owners who do anything, won't do anything to help the team. You should have traded people at the deadline. You should have traded Robert. You should have traded Crochet. They're still with you. For what reason? Nobody knows. Maybe you could have gotten a little bit of value for Benintendi from whatever reason. But you should have traded everything else you had. It didn't make sense to just trade Eloy and then not trade anybody else. But that's water on the bridge. We talked about that. That's over with. Now it's just let's see if we can avoid being the worst team ever in MLB. Can't say it's impossible, but it's going to take a miracle because I honestly see them getting swept, if not losing all three to the Padres and maybe losing 2 out of 3 to the Tigers. Maybe
Yeah.
all the games, probably.
To
They could get
only
swept both
to,
those series.
to have to lose 5 games, I don't see it. I definitely think they're going to finish as the worst team in MLB history. They've been playing like the worst team in MLB history. The front office has been a disgrace. The ownership, everything from top to bottom this year for the Chicago White Sox has not been great. I do think they get swept by I do think they get swept by the Padres, so that's already 3 losses there. So that means you have 9 games to not lose 2 games, right? I just don't. It's just not gonna happen.
I'm sorry, White Sox. You're going to be the worst team in the MLB. I hope you prove us wrong. Hope you prove us wrong. Zach's having a party right now.
I'm not having a party.
Zach's having a party.
I'm not having a party.
I hope y'all are better next year. Maybe Robert will be off the team. Maybe Garrett Crochet's off the team. But hopefully you get some good prospects. Right? Yeah, Zach's nodding his head. He agrees. He went, yeah,
Yeah,
he agreed.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
No, I think they finish as the worst team in LB history. I'm confident
probably.
in that. I'm confident in that.
Probably. I could put money on that, probably.
Of
It's gonna
course.
be it's gonna be probably they're probably gonna go down as the worst team in the MLB. And that's just how it is. And if you're rooting for them to not be, and that's all you got to look forward to this year, it's time to hang up the jersey
But
forever.
would it be crazy to say they have a better future than the Mets?
Yeah.
They would be.
And you know what? Just because you said that, it's going in the video on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. It's going in the video. Because
What?
I want Mets fans to literally tear you into pieces.
You know the best part about that is that
What?
I edit the next video.
So you're gonna edit the White Sox video?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a ride, was it not?
Yeah. I
That was
like
a ride.
I like the moments where I spoke and gave my opinion. That was fun.
See, I don't know why you got to do that, but nevertheless, I'm gonna dismiss that. Anyways, that was a fun episode. We have fun making these all the time,
Yeah.
and we're approaching 160 on YouTube, which is again, I can't even believe sometimes when I look at the number keep rising each week that we're even in at this point. Um, TikTok's growing as well. So let's keep it up. Let's keep up the followers and the subscribers because it means a lot to us because we put time and effort into filming the pod and editing the videos. So we appreciate it. And all we have to say is we will catch you in the next one. Peace out.